What's good, glowing gang? Welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Sunshine Glows. I want to be a singer, actress, etc., and I also want to help people. If you do know me, thank you for coming back. Like, I missed you. I hope you missed me too. Anyway, this story is gonna be a little bit sad, and it's not really gonna have an ending yet, but grab your snacks and let's get right into it.
Can I get a little bit closer to you? I stay doing the most for you. I just wanna take it there. Ooh, I just wanna be there for you. So can I get a little bit closer to you? I stay doing the most for you. I just wanna take it there. Ooh, I just wanna be there for you.
Okay, so now you got your snacks. Let's get into it. Alright, so I have this notebook because I wrote down like all the facts of this story down so I don't like have any miss facts. And if it's loud, it's because I have a house full of people right now, and I'm sorry. I'm gonna try to be louder. Okay, so this story is about my appendix surgery going wrong and my stomach problem, and yeah, alright. March 7th, 2018, I was like throwing up, right? And I stayed home from school. This was, I think, a Thursday. Was it a Thursday? Let me see. Was it a Thursday? From school. Because I know I had my surgery on a Saturday. But if I stayed home from school. So it must have been a Thursday. Because I had my surgery on a Saturday. And I had to stay home from school. So that means I stayed home from school for 2 days. Alright, I was throwing up, and like usually I throw up. My family calls me a goldfish. Like there are times that I eat too much to the point where I throw up. So it wasn't like nothing new or anything to be worried about. We were just like, oh, she must just be a goldfish right now, and she's just gonna throw it all up, and everything's gonna be fine, right? Right. Okay, but then the second day, my mom took me to a the peds, also known as the kids doctor office, but my doctor's office wasn't open, but there's one right across or right beside mine, so we went to that one. So I said my stomach was hurting, and the doctor was like, well, where you're saying your stomach hurts, it sounds like an appendicitis, but I don't think it's an appendicitis, but it sounds like an appendicitis. So she was like, just go to the hospital to make sure it's not an appendicitis. And we went, and I was just throwing up. I couldn't even keep down water. It was getting bad. Like, I was just throwing up. And they sent me home with this throwing up medicines, and they were like, no, it's not appendicitis. Like, you're just throwing up. And then they sent me home. So the next morning, this was March 9th. Next morning, I have to go back because my mom was finna make breakfast, but she wanted to like get the medicine in my system, and I ended up throwing that up. So back to the hospital. So we went back to the hospital, and we were on there for like 3 hours. Like, and they was like, you're going to surgery. I was like, what? Huh? I'm going to what? Huh? I'm going to what? What? Hold on. Wait. I'm going into surgery. Like, I was so nervous because I had never been in surgery before. And I was like, but they told us that I didn't need to have surgery because I didn't have appendicitis. So I'm like, why am I going into surgery if I don't have appendicitis? And the surgeon was like, well, you have early signs of appendicitis, so you're going to have to go into surgery. And so surgery is about like maybe 30 minutes, and they took out my appendix. Now, after surgery, right after, like, because they didn't take me to my room yet, because of course I had to stay overnight because I just had my appendix taken out and it was surgery, so I had to stay after night. And right after, because they had to get a room prepared for me, right after, the surgeon comes to my mom and is like, well, we took it out, but it didn't need to be taken out. What? Why did you take it out? Because if you don't know, my surgery was laparoscopic, meaning that there's this small little camera and small little incisions on my stomach where you can see what's inside before you take something out, basically. So if you saw it, then why'd you take it out? And at the time, I was asleep. I was laying, like, I was just asleep, and she was on the phone with my aunt. And my aunt was like, did he really just say that to you? And my mom was like, yeah. But right after I wasn't throwing up anymore, and I wasn't throwing up anymore. My stomach didn't hurt, so we were like, well, she's not throwing up anymore, so I guess she's fine. So sooner after that, like maybe 2 weeks to 1 week. 2 weeks, 1 week. Yeah, about 2 weeks. I was looking at the notebook to make sure I was correct. About 2 weeks later, it was time for my post-op. And like the night before, I was crying because my stomach was hurting so bad. Like, I was crying so hard. My face was red. Like, my stomach was hurting so bad. And my mom was like, okay, well, you have a post-op appointment with the surgeon tomorrow, so I'm not going to take you to the hospital. We're just going to go to the post-op appointment tomorrow, and we're going to see what's wrong. So he looks at my incisions and everything. He's like, there's nothing. And we're like, but you didn't need to take it out in the first place. And I'm currently hurting, so you don't think there's a problem? He was like, well, my surgery work looks fine, so like, he basically shrugged it off and made it seem like he really didn't care about what was going on in my stomach, because he basically got paid to do the surgery anyway. So he was like, oh well, kind of thing. And then like, so right, where am I? Okay, so shrugged it off. Yeah, he shrugged it off, and like, that started the whole pain thing. And currently I'm still going through it. Today I have no pain, but still. So like, I would go like weeks after weeks after weeks after weeks, no school, because it was hard for me to walk because my stomach was hurting so bad. The muscles in your stomach control a lot of how you move your legs. Like, I have to explain this to a lot of people, because a lot of people be like, so if your stomach hurt that bad, how does it like affect you not being able to walk? And I'm like, because you have muscles in your stomach, and when you move your legs, they are attached, and when you move your legs, they like move together. So it hurt a lot. So then we go back to my regular pediatrician, and he's like, well, let's see what's wrong. So if you live in North Carolina, one of our top hospitals is UNC or Duke. So he sent us to UNC to go to this specialist, and I'm gonna name her, what do I want to name her? Dr. Love. Now, Miss Dr. Love, she was like, okay, so she heard our story, and by this time it was very new. It was very new. So she heard about it, and she was like, well, so far it sounds like it's not internal. And if you don't know what internal means, like, it's where the organs are. But I had I forgot what it's called, but it's when they stick a tube down your throat and they see what's in, like, the inside of your body. And then I had one where they stick a tube up my butt and they saw what's inside my body. And they were like, well, it's not inside. It's not, like, organs or anything like that. So that was a good sign, but we still didn't know what was wrong. Like, and I was hurting and I couldn't even go to school. So I'm like, I'm hurting. I can't go to school. I can't walk. I can't do anything. And I was just really, really sad. Like, I can't walk. I can't do anything. A lot of my friends, they were like going out and stuff. I only had like a few friends to even like, I only had about one friend come and visit me at the house. So I was like, dang, like this is very horrible. Cause I've had a lot happen to me, but I've always been an active child. I've always been an active child out of all my siblings, so it was very hard. So after that one appointment in UNC, Miss Dr. Love, like, she really cared. Like, by that point, I had been to like 5 different hospitals. And they were like, well, she's constipated, but I'm pooping. Well, I know she's not constipated, but we're going to give her constipation meds. Well, I don't know. Like, they were really just not really interested in trying to figure it out. And most of the times, they would just stick me with Toradol. And if you don't know what Toradol is, it's a very strong painkiller. And they have to stick it into a thick place. And it basically just, like, takes away pain for, like, a couple hours. And these hospitals were out of town. So by the time I got home, I was back in the pain. So we kept going to UNC. And Dr. Love met us up with this nerve doctor. And the nerve doctor was like, so it seems like it's a muscle. So I had a nerve block. The nerve block was painful. And I'm going to explain why. Okay, so basically what they did was the numbing medicine was the most painful part. Because I had 4 shots, 2 numbing, the regular nerve removal. By this time, it's about maybe like I'm really losing my train of thought.
Oh my god, it's not funny.
Technical difficulties. Okay, but this time it's about May. Now, let me remind you, this all started back in March. So right now, it's 4 months. 4 months. I'm still in pain. Don't nobody know what's wrong. And also, I forgot to mention, the doctor sent me, the surgeon who did it sent me to a vagina doctor. They sent me to a vagina doctor because he said there was cysts on my ovary or whatever. And like that might be causing the pain. And basically, and this part is going to get very personal, so if you're like a male and you don't want to hear this part, just scroll through to like in a little bit. But basically, he was like, and then I went to the vagina doctor and I was like, my periods hurt also. So they put a birth control thing in my arm and that really didn't help. So I basically have this thing in my arm for kind of no reason, but yeah. Okay, so now we're in May and the nerve block worked. I was so happy. It worked. And for about 2 weeks, I'm able to walk. No pain, no nothing. I'm happy. Like, woo, I'm happy. I'm doing stuff. I'm going out, everything. And then they were like, okay, so we know it's not internal. So it's obviously, I know they read my sign on the door that says I'm filming, and he's still trying to mess with the door. I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay, so now is after this little nerve block, and let's see, nerve block. And by this time, we done gone to countless hospitals and CT scans. Every little test they could have possibly done, they had done it already. And everything came back clear. And, like, when everything came back clear, they just sent me home. I was like, well, oh well. Like, it really hurt because I'm like, at this time, like, I thought, I was like, wow, hospitals really aren't like Grey's Anatomy. Because Grey's Anatomy, I watch these shows and they would like be like, oh, well, it's not this, maybe it's this. And they would like go the whole episode of them trying to figure out what's wrong. Not in real life, sweetie. The whole time they would just send me home and be like, oh well. Right, okay. So, and there was a whole bunch of horror stories in these hospitals. Like, there was just one time the doctor was like, oh, she's just being dramatic. You really think I'm missing school for like about 3 weeks? I'm missing birthday parties I could have gone to, parties I could have gone to. I'm missing going out with my friend. I'm missing everything possible. Like, I'm not that dramatic. I don't think I'm finna miss like almost 4 months of school just so I don't, like, no. No, I just think that's stupid. I would not do that. So, like, school ends, and I remember the last week of school, I had to go because I had to take the 7th grade EOG, and, like, I was just really uncomfortable because, number one, I didn't want everybody to see me in a wheelchair because I was in a wheelchair. I had my walker in the house, but I didn't want to use my walker because, number one, my school currently is an upstairs, downstairs, and my classes were upstairs. So even if I wanted to use my walker, I could have used my walker, but I really did not feel like it. So actually, I didn't even get my walker yet. Now I'm thinking about it. Did I? I don't know. I might be jumping ahead. I don't think. No, I didn't. Okay. So after school and like the day before the last day of school, I went and it was just horrible. Like, number one, everybody was like having fun pushing me around. Everybody was giving me looks like, oh my gosh, she's in a wheelchair. And not only were they giving me looks, but it was like field day. And I did not know it was field day. So I'm outside in a wheelchair. It's hot. I can't really do anything. And this man, one of the teachers, like, he wasn't my teacher, but I knew he was a teacher. He accidentally spilled, like, because they had ices, I guess, and he actually accidentally spilled the stuff on my legs. So I was sticking to the wheelchair. It was just horrible. Like, and this whole experience, as I'm continuing to go through it, has made me be more sympathetic for people in wheelchairs, because sometimes I'm in a wheelchair and it's very, like, they need to make stuff more for wheelchairs and disabled people because it's really hard out here. Okay, so after that, then this one time I went to the hospital and I'm screaming, like, I'm in so much pain. Is at a 10, and usually I scale my pain out of 10. If I'm above a 7, I'm able to go to school, I'm able to do everything. It's just a little bit discomfort. If I'm after a 10, I can't walk. I'm in so much pain, like, I'm finna cry. So there was one time I went to the hospital near the house, and Cape Fear, and they were like, oh, and the surgery happened at Cape Fear. So if you want to know where the surgery happened, it happened at Cape Fear Valley Hospital. But okay, so they sent me home. I was screaming, like, I was literally screaming. And the day of my nerve block, I'm jumping around a lot, but a lot of people thought I was pregnant because I'll be wearing big clothes, number one, and number two, I guess because, like, I'm screaming, or I'm like grunting because I'm in so much pain, that a lot of people were like, oh my god, she might be having contractions, she might be in labor. And a lot of people, I'll be like, no, I'm not pregnant, please stop saying it. So then right after that, now this is a whole summer I'm in the house. I only went out like maybe a couple times, and those couple times was when I went to the sorority concert with my best friend, when I went to the mall, best friend. Oh, and did I tell you my boyfriend broke up with me? My boyfriend at the time broke up with me over that because he was like, well, it's just too much, and I don't feel like we're like, but that's whatever because he was lame anyway. So I only went out like maybe 4 times out of the whole summer. 4 times. Went to the sorority concert, went to the mall with my best friend, went to the movies with my best friend, and went to the carnival and went to the movies with somebody I was talking to at the time, but it's not my boyfriend now. So that happened. Well, only about 5 times I went out the whole summer. I'm trapped in the house. I'm very, very sad because I can't do anything. Nobody's really like coming to see me anymore. It's kind of like getting old. Everybody's like, well, and I'm looking at the same walls, and I had my curtains closed all the time. I was just falling into a very, very deep depression, and it got so bad to the point where I tried to hurt myself. And I took about 9 Benadryl, and like I was just really in a dark state of mind. Like I was really hurt and like just hurting deep mentally and physically. And I took 9 Benadryl, and I tried to do this on August 4th, 2019. And they sent me to the same hospital who, ironically, they sent me to the same hospital who did the surgery. And I was like on suicide watch for like 72 hours. And then they sent me to a mental hospital. So when I first got there, I was very sad. And I'm going to just give you like a quick summary. But if you guys want more stories about the mental hospital, I can do that also. But I was just very sad. I was like, because I was there until August 16th. And I met a lot of different girls, a lot of different people. And when I first got there, I was in a wheelchair. But they were like, oh, you can't have the wheelchair because some people might try to use it to hurt themselves, da-da-da-da-da. So they took away my wheelchair, and then they put me on these antidepressants, and they started working for my stomach. So by the time I got discharged, I was able to walk, and I was so happy. And then I was starting school back over again. So then I started school back over again. The pain, we still don't know exactly what it is, but we're still working towards it. I know that it's getting better because we're using certain things, and I was also on so many meds that it was like really bad too, because I was just taking different meds trying to stop the pain, and it wasn't working. So I was just on so many meds and so many things, but like a couple days ago, like a week ago, I was in pain and I had to stay home. But my teachers are more understanding now, and everybody's more understanding. But it's still hard. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say like, oh my God, it's fixed, because it's not yet. We still don't know. We know it's my abdominal wall, and it's basically like, this is your organs, right? And this is your skin. It's right in between those two. That's what is inflamed and is causing this pain to the point where I can't walk. So we know it's that, but we just don't know exactly how to stop it. So I'm currently in physical therapy, regular therapy, and I'm just working, trying to get back to myself before, because myself before, I was a cheerleader, and I plan on being a cheerleader this year too, but I have to like get my body able to like go back, but go back slowly, because I don't want to overdo it to the point where I can't fully be okay, if that makes sense. So we still don't know what's wrong. I ain't tell this story to like make you feel bad or make you feel like, oh my God, Like, I didn't do that. I told this story for anybody who is anywhere close in my situation that it's gonna get okay. It's gonna be okay. That's any situation is gonna be okay. Cause now I'm able to go out more. I'm having a lot more fun than I did last summer, and this summer is gonna be way better than last summer, and that's on period. So yeah, I know I'm in a better state of mind with this stomach problem than I was in the very beginning. And this month is currently my appendix taken out anniversary was this month, so that's why I decided to tell this story this month. And yeah, that's basically what's going on. I hope you like this video. If you want a part 2, hopefully I can do a part 2 when we finally are able to like extinct this out of my body. But yeah, so tell me what you think. Like, comment, and subscribe. I hope to see you next time. And if you want to be the subscriber of the month of April, leave comments on all my social medias. Like, comment, and subscribe. Like, comment, and share all the stuff I put on my social medias. And that's how you can become subscriber of the month. Also, if you were wondering how I did my face, I can give you a little close-up. Hold on. So you see my nails? Also, you like the hair too, because this is basically, I decided to do blonde because I was bored of black. So I was like, I've never done blonde before, so I'm going to do blonde. But this is the makeup. It's orange, and it matches my nails. And yeah, so tell me what more videos you want in the comment below. And I hope you have a wonderful day. I wish many blessings on your life. Bye.